What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about why I personally invest literally all of my money on time and just cutting down the learning curve when it comes to not only my business, but when it just comes to my personal life and everything that I do on a day-to-day basis. Lately, I've really been focusing on time and what I can do with it and how I can get more of it, because it's so valuable. Time is probably one of the most valuable things that exists on earth, because it's probably one of the only things you cannot get back once it has passed. And you know what made me want to make this video was actually when I went to my friend's house. I started talking to him. We were just talking about business. He runs a clothing line, and he also makes music and things like that. So we were just getting into it. I was talking a little bit about my business. He was talking a little bit about his, and we got into a discussion about housing cost and just rent versus buying, and when's a good time to buy, when's a good time to rent. And how this came up was, obviously, for those of you that follow me on Instagram, you have a little bit more insight into this, but I had moved out about a year ago from my parents' house, and since coronavirus and stuff like that happened, I actually moved back in because a bunch of roommates left, and some other things happened, and I just didn't want to be spending a whole bunch of money to live in a place that I didn't need, because it was like a 4-bedroom, 3-floor house, and I had a bunch of roommates and they all left. So it's like I didn't need all that space, and I didn't need to be shelling out the cash to be living there. So I came back to my parents' house, and fast forward now, chilling with my friend. I was telling him about me moving out again soon. He started saying, why do you want to move back out again? You don't have to pay any rent. You're saving more money. Your business is going well. Why not just save all that money that you're making? The way I prefaced it with him was time, right? So I broke it down and I said, hey, honestly, these are the benefits of me moving back out. Me getting my own space again is gonna, one, allow me to isolate and really focus on my work on a day-to-day basis, right? So obviously, living in a house with my family with 5 people, there's obviously a lot of things that I have to deal with around the house and pertain to my family. When it comes to helping out my sisters with something, helping out my parents with something, doing chores around the house, just all those little things. Having your parents calling you in the middle of the day for whatever reason, all of those things interrupt the flow. All of those things interrupt my flow state, right? And when I'm in my flow state, it's when I'm just banging out work. I'm getting everything done. I've got my headset on. I'm working. I'm playing either lo-fi music, or I got it on my headset, and we're just rocking, right? And I'm getting work done. I have my meeting scheduled. We're good to go. We're progressing. We're growing. And then boom. Okay, you got to go run and help this person with that thing. Boom, you got to go run and help this person with that thing. It's just distraction as well. Family, always having all these family gatherings, having friends over all the time, all of which just takes my focus away from growing what I really want to grow. And this is what I was trying to explain to him. I told him when my business got to a certain amount, I was going to get an apartment for like $2,000 or $3,000. And then he threw it back in my face and he was saying, no, waste of money. But the way I see it is an investment, right? Now adding it all up, it probably takes me about 6 hours a week to just deal with some of the things that goes on around in my life that I wouldn't have to deal with if I was somewhere on my own. And 6 hours a week is a lot of time, especially when it comes to seeing my girlfriend, spending time with her. We lived together before, now we don't. So what happens now is there's like a 20-30 minute drive just to get to her house to go see her. And if I want to go see her 2, 3, 4 times a week, it takes half an hour there, half an hour back. That's an hour right there every single day that I want to go see her. Whereas if she lived with me, that hour would be cut, because she would be right there in the next room doing her thing. So when I'm done my work for the day, we can just pop on the couch, hang out, relax, and go about the rest of the day. So what I was trying to explain to him was little things like that eat up so much time, where if I actually had my own apartment or condo, I could actually use that time to generate more money into my business, and it would pay for all of that 10 times over. For example, when I have a meeting with a client, right? The meetings are generally half an hour to an hour. When I sign this client, if I close the deal, the client is going to be paying my business anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 a month. If we go back to the 6-hour thing, if I am losing 6 hours a week that I do not have to lose, that's 6 meetings that I could have been doing. Way more money, and in my opinion, worth so much more than $2,000. Like, I would pay a lot. I would pay more than $2,000 a month to get 6 hours per week back, honestly, just because of the way I've allocated my time and the way I've set things up in my business, that to where I'm only doing my day-to-day tasks are only income producing things, getting on sales calls, doing some outreach, managing my team, and making sure that they're, delivering what we promise to the clients. And the more time I have to properly streamline that process, the quicker my business is going to grow. And when it comes down to it, it's priceless. Time is priceless. And ever since I started truly delegating and freeing up my time on a day-to-day basis, it's honestly giving me so much time to properly focus on the things that I truly want to focus on, and not the monotonous day-to-day tasks of maintaining my business. That's why I posted that tweet the other day saying, are you working in your business or on it? It really gives me the time to work on my business. But when I'm on a sales call and then I have my mom calling me, like, just, parents do that. They scream your name from upstairs. They, instead of coming to get you, they scream. I'm on a call, the client hears that. It just kills some of the authority on the call, especially if they're, assuming that, they already see who I am. They're like, this is just some kid in his parents' house, right? So it kills that authority, and it might affect me landing more clients, which in turn, if I just lose one client a month from this, just one client a month, if I'm spending 6 hours, if my sales calls are getting interrupted, if I just lose one client a month from this, that client could be worth $2,000 to $3,000 a month. Is it not worth spending $2,000 a month to get one extra client per month? And this is monthly clients, guys. This is not a one-time payment of $2,000. This is like, okay, great, let's say we're at 10 grand, boom, we just got another client, now we're at 12 grand. Next month, boom, we just got another client, now we're at 14, right? It's worth it, in my opinion. And this is what I was explaining to him when we were having a talk back to my friend. And it was funny because I was telling him, hey, freeing up my time is the only reason that I'm able to hang out with you right now. We're chilling in his garage. I think it was like a Tuesday or a Wednesday midweek at like 2 p.m. Most people are at work. Most people are, sitting at a desk, having to trade time for money. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, if you work a job, why aren't you an entrepreneur? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to do all that bullshit. Like, there's very good jobs, very good reasons to want to work a 9 to 5, and on top of that, there are a lot of benefits to it as opposed to becoming an entrepreneur, and it's a lot less stressful. It's a lot more straightforward. So I'm not gonna knock anyone that does work a job, but what I'm getting at is the only reason I was able to be sitting there having that conversation with him was because I delegated everything. Was because I focused on running my business in a way that gave me insane amounts of free time. It's the only reason I'm back on the channel, and I've just been looking at how I can apply this everywhere. Like, I'm not even gonna be the one editing this video, right? I hired a video editor. Hey, Jacob.
Yo, what's going on?
Everyone say hi to Jacob in the comments. And when I really, really broke it down and I thought about why I wanted to start a business, and I started thinking about some of the reasons why anyone wants to start a business, and everyone says, financial freedom, this and that, but there's tons of reasons. There's tons of reasons people want to do this kind of thing, but the one thing that is common across literally everyone that aspires to make money in their life is having more time. It's having more free time to do the things that you want to do, to spend time with your family, to spend more time with significant other, to spend more time with friends, to be able to be in the garage arguing whether I should spend the money to move out or not, right? To be able to do that, to be able to have the choice, is the reason why so many people aspire to make higher levels of money than minimum wage, right? To live comfortably and to have free time, right? To not have to worry about waking up at a certain time, being anywhere at a certain time, being able to go on vacations, things like that. If you're not working towards freeing up your time, streamlining your business, delegating, if you're not working towards investing your money into time, let's put it this way. If you had a business that was making you $20,000 per month, the amount of work that you had to do to fulfill the orders in that business takes about 8 hours a day, okay? Let's say. Would you rather spend $5,000 out of that 20 grand to hire someone to spend 8 hours a day to fulfill those orders so that you can either work on getting more orders or just chill and just hang out and just focus on your personal development, focus on the back end, focus on the sales, focus on anything you want, literally? Would you rather spend $5,000 a month, make $15,000 just and have your time, or would you rather make 20 grand a month but be tied down to working 8, 9, 10, 15-hour days just to make sure that those orders are consistently fulfilled, that your clients are consistently getting their delivery? And it's how businesses work. Imagine if Jeff Bezos didn't have any employees. His income would go up by insane amounts. But would he really enjoy his life? Like, imagine if he had to do every single thing that you had to do with Amazon on a day-to-day basis. Just picture that in your head. Just picture, Elon Musk being inside the Tesla store trying to pitch and sell every single Tesla to customers, and then running to the back, hopping on the phone to answer for customer service, and then hopping on the computer and making sure that the website and the social media was good to go, and then hopping down to the warehouse and then trying to build Teslas to send out to the people that just bought. Right? And obviously that's a very extreme example, because any business that gets to that size, you're going to want to hire people. But I'm like, even if your business is making like 5K, 10K, 20K, 100K a month, you will feel so much better if you are not handling the delivery. It's a place where you want to be in business. It's a place where you want to be when it comes to owning the company. Right now, me personally, my business is not making $1 million a year, but I can still hop on a plane and go somewhere for a month and not work at all. Just leave my phone here, text my team and say, guys, I'm gonna be gone, handle it, and leave my team and go to Jamaica for a month and come back, and my business is still gonna be here. I mean, that's in conjunction with having a great team that know what they're doing and they're trained well. But I'm just speaking in terms of the delivery. My clients are still going to get what they're paying for. I'm still going to get what they're paying me, regardless of what I do today, regardless of what I do tomorrow, regardless of what I do the day after. The company may not grow because no one's working on building it. It'll maintain, it'll sustain. You have to hire people to sustain the business. And then obviously when you're making more money, you can hire people to grow it and things like that. But yeah, guys, I feel like I'm just rambling on a little bit now. You want to invest all of the money from your business either acquiring more clients and then just offloading the work. Just build a strong team, build a smart team, build a hardworking team, build a team that knows the vision, train them well, and it's just gonna do wonders for your life, man. Like, the amount of free time I have right now and the amount of freedom I have right now is like more than I've ever had in my life. And when I didn't have a job at all, I didn't have any money, I had the free time, but I didn't, like, you don't feel good about being broke and having all the free time in the world. Like, if you have no job, you have no money, it's not a good feeling. But when you have the money coming in and the free time, like, I'm not rich by any means, but it's just a good feeling to be in that kind of situation. So guys, if I can give one piece of advice to you on this, and I know I've repeated myself over and over again, I do that a lot. If I can give you one piece of advice, invest your money on time. Invest your money on time, because it's time is so much more valuable than money. It's so much more valuable than money. There's so much money out there. There's always gonna be more money, but you're not gonna get the time back. That's all I gotta say. You believe. Invest your money on time.